Fading, fading like the night sky in Lebanon.
Hello there.
You know that song?
No.
Faded in the night sky like Lebanon? You don't know this?
No.
It's a classic by George Michael.
You know, I'm so like musically ignorant that I don't.
Yeah, clearly because I made that up. That's not true.
Okay, good.
I'm very musically ignorant as well.
Like, if you tell me, like, name one, like, Pink song, I'm like, I have no clue.
See, oddly enough, Pink is one of those where I listened to a lot of Pink as a young adolescent.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of Pink, but not, you know, it's not crazy. You know, it's not crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I think about music like, oh my God, I am probably that uber casual music listener as I view like uber casual movie watchers.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like, you know, oh God, what the fuck? You only watch this? Like, I don't give a shit. But it's like, I know so little about music, man. It makes me sick to my damn stomach. Sick to my damn stomach, dude.
Well, it's fine because you get to hear the Ace Attorney soundtrack made by somebody I don't really know. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
Who was this suspicious shadow?
If there was 1,000 of me and even one knew, I tell you, trust me. The dodging of all of our questions is not helping us win this case.
Okay, then how was the victim, Mr. Bullard, at that time?
What do you mean by how was he?
Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place.
That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Forget it.
Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed.
Your forehead?
Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit. So I think I was a little dazed for a while. I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself.
Your Honor, he just threatened to kill me.
Maybe that would knock some sense back into him.
If I had been wearing that, I would have been killed.
That? Could you please clarify what you're referring to?
My Master Mask costume, of course.
Wait just a moment. Mask to mask?
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I just as Master Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
What?
Nick! Did you know about this? You never told me this!
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up till now. Wait, that's not right. You know how sometimes things just be right? Huh! My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness. Oh, God. Please correct your testimony.
I had been killed if I had been wearing my Master Mask costume.
Why were you dressed up as Mask the Mask?
Why? Because I'm Master Mask, of course.
Ooh, what are you talking about? Master Mask trial is being held next door!
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at the time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I expected.
Took a lot longer? What the hell is he talking about? Press order. What do you mean by took a lot longer?
Opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullet's body.
What was that? Back up a second!
Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well... yeah?
Inconceivable! Why? Just... why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking? Oh.
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
What?
The answer is simple. When they take them off.
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer?
So you're not as stupid as you look. This metaphor this time is really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness! Make sure you add this to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Looks like a storm front is moving in over the Fairweather Judge.
I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes.
Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway?
Well, because it wouldn't fit in the drawer.
That's not exactly what I meant.
When I saw that corpse, I kinda lost it. I thought, if they find this corpse, they'll think I did it. I think you had a simpler reason than that. Because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense.
Yeah. Hold on. 10 minutes.
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? Spend 10 whole minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh! Hey, Nick! If you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show what those circumstances were?
That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence.
We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we?
Not much in this testimony either.
I bet she's still hiding something.
Wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated. Alright, what am I doing?
Okay. So, we're trying to show why it was... So we're trying to explain why it would make sense for him to do it in 10 minutes, as if that was too long or too short.
Why he wouldn't?
Or why he would do that if it took like 10 minutes.
No, I'm saying like, it took 10 minutes? You think that he would spend that much time doing that if this was happening?
This was happening. Well, the blackmail. He knew he was... Well, because he comes in contact with Detective Atme. Or this shadow, this figure or whatever, which is obviously Atme. And he hits him in the back of the head. And, well, no, he gets hit in the forehead, wakes up, sees him dead there.
And it spends 10 minutes trying to hide the body.
Right, when like he knows that somebody was just there who hit him in the fucking head.
Well, obviously the guy who hit him in the head is gone.
Right.
He fucking bolted.
So why would he spend 10 minutes?
So why, like, I would have spent 10 minutes if it was this circumstance.
You spent 10 minutes because...
Because I would...
Motherfucker...
Because because under these circumstances, he probably would have fucking bolted as well.
Oh wait, go back to that.
To what?
Okay, now keep going. Okay, Buzzer went off again at 1:02 a.m. on October 12th in the CEO's office. That's probably when someone left. Or no, that would have been when he entered and Atme was already in there, correct?
Yeah, and at the time, Game Below was dead.
And then that's why he hit him. Why would he just fucking kill him? Oh, because he didn't fully see him.
Well, Von Delight would have died if he wasn't wearing his mask outfit.
Oh, right. Oh. Maybe it took 10 minutes because he wasn't hiding the body for the full 10 minutes. Maybe he was looking for something else that he had misplaced.
Von Delight did?
Yeah. From his costume. Wait a minute.
He was wearing his costume. You know, what would he misplace?
Wasn't that brooch fucking off of it? Or that wasn't the one Ron Delight was wearing?
No.
That was the one that Atme was wearing, apparently. What if he misplaced the entire costume? What if
How could you lose a costume that you're
got
wearing?
knocked out? Atme just stripped him down, walked out of there.
Now, that would be quite sexy, but unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Okay. Let's see here. He was stealing his directed. Okay. This has nothing to do with it.
Okay, so let's go through the events chronologically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ron Delight gets up in the elevator, gets out of the elevator, okay? Is at the front of the CEO's office, what happens?
At the front of the CEO's office, he gets hit in the forehead.
Okay. So he's knocked out. Bam. Okay? Much later, he wakes up.
Sees Bullard dead.
What does he do?
Panics, doesn't want it to be pinned on him, so he hides him in the safe.
Okay. Alright. That's what happened. Now, let's think about it from the culprit's perspective. You just killed Kane Bull. Okay?
Yeah.
Kane Bull is dead. There. Bam. You turn around. Bam. There's a fucking bastard basket right there. You could be like, what the fuck?
All right.
You clock him in the head. What do you do? He's down on the floor, unconscious. Now what do you do?
Man, I feel like you... I mean, logically, you just killed a guy. He saw you there, killed a guy. You should kill him. That's what you should do.
You think you killed him.
Oh, you think you killed him. Oh. Then you try to pin it on him.
Okay, how would you pin it on him?
You try to make it look like there was, like, a scuffle that resulted in both of them dying.
Okay, but when will they find the body?
They'll find the body...
How do you make them find the body?
You make them find the body. Oh. He sends the blackmail letters out, so he shows up there knowing he's gonna be there so he can pin it on him.
Okay, but how do you make them find the body?
How do you make them find the body? Oh, you mean like the one in the safe or just both of them?
Just both of them, in theory, or whatever. How do you make them find the body inside of that office?
By notifying security?
How do you do that?
Buzzer?
Fuck, it's wrong one! God damn it!
Damn.
I was on the first statement. Jesus Christ, I was like, tell me you remember the buzzer!
I remember the buzzer, yeah.
I remember how the buzzer was loud as shit?
Right.
So if the buzzer was going off, when you wake up, you would get the fuck out of there! There's security's on its way!
Oh, right, so he wouldn't have taken 10 minutes to do that. Meaning the fucking Atme put him in the safe. So why would he lie about this, though? Why would he lie and say that he took the time to put Atme in the safe?
Well, we'll find out.
Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running.
according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
Mr. Ron Delight truly was the murderer?
He would have run as soon as that buzzer sounded!
After all, a security guard would have been heading his way! But
Let's remember who we're dealing with here. We probably had no idea there was security personnel in the building.
up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
But, as it turns out, the guard never came.
That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Light could have known. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So through the line.
And wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known. Still odd.
I'll take it.
Still an odd, yeah.
Again, remember who we're dealing with here. The sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Ugh. Fine. Let's hear your theory.
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious, so he fainted.
That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. That's why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it could only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right! Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer!
Order in the court, Mr. Wright! This is...
This is preposterous. If it was this kid, Ron Delight, who's is the Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard.
Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
Ah!
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene. But how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer?
Check the record.
Okay.
That it wasn't Kane Bullard.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's tough. Okay, let's look at the record of when it was pushed.
When it was pushed, it was 1:02 a.m.
1:02, and the autopsy report indicates that he died from blunt force trauma at what time?
At around 1.
So we can't be for sure.
It's possible. We don't know if he died on instantly. So it is possible that he could have pressed it.
Okay, so we don't know.
And then here's the buzzer itself. There were no fingerprints on it.
Oh, right. So whoever pushed it must have had gloves on. Why would Kane Bullard's body? Does he have gloves on?
No.
So it couldn't have been him. There's no fingerprints on it, damn it.
Oh my god, okay, you can prove it. Fine.
The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. The piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. Damn it all to hell, I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible, I've never said that word in my life, incontrovertible evidence you were looking for?
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not.
Hey, come on now. Let's give it some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
Listen, coffee boy, the fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
Coffee boy?
Now I'm the one who's clueless.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind!
On the light. Obviously wiped them off.
Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment.
He touched the button. I know he did.
No, you don't. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask to Mask. And Mask to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Order!
It would seem I've been forced to eat crow. What a blend number crow flavor coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
What do you, Nick?
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. Delight...
Hey, Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when murder was taking place, right?
Exactly what I was thinking,
Right,
Ryan,
yeah.
Of course, yes. The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well, then.
Uh-huh. You've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
Yes.
The real killer?
Yes.
But we're under the impression that Bullard is the one who pressed it.
We just said
We
that
just
he
went
did it
there,
because
okay.
there's no fingerprints on the buzzer.
Oh, right. What the fuck?
Oh,
Sorry, buddy, old pal.
oh my god.
So why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? So the quotations is indicating that more than likely it was Rhonda Light who hit the buzzer, correct? The
No,
real killer.
No, like,
We're referring to at me.
yeah. Oh, at me. The suspicious fellow.
Right, who definitely doesn't look like at me.
No.
Well, I can think of two things.
Okay.
One, they just didn't mean to. Seems a little... Okay.
You think that Luke Adme, a very cautious man?
Yeah, right. But then to call the security guard so that the security guard can come in and see the scene of the crime and go, oh my god, it's Mask to Mask. He killed this guy, but he didn't quite make it. Or Luke Atme being there wanted to appear as if he was like the hero of this. So he's like, oh, I can pin this on Rhonda Light because this is before he admitted to being Mask to Mask,
Yeah.
right? And then he can call the security guard to be like, look what I've done. I've taken down Mask to Mask, who has just killed Bullard, and then he gets away scot-free and is the hero.
Okay, so both of those options is try to, like, purposely call a security guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
To find out what it did.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Whatever I commit about it, I just, curiosity strikes me.
What's this red notifying button? The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
Do you mean to say that the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes, although as it turned out, he never showed up.
He was getting his clock cleaned at the time. Huh. What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in.
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Rhonda Light, who was out cold. And, third person, the real killer. Who the fuck could that be?
Who is it?
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Rhonda Light.
If any security guards came running in at the time, they would think that I was the murderer.
You damn shooting spanking doodle. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rhonda Light for the murder.
He decided to drink coffee just to do a spectator.
Yeah.
Order! It would seem I've been made to eat my words once again. Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Master Max. So... Nick! You mean who your killer is? Who could it be?
We're gonna drag that person in here right fucking now.
Oh. But who is it?
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. Killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
And we only have 3 new characters in this case. So who could it be? Desiree Delight!
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rhonda Light for the murder of Kane Bullard?
Who is it?
Fucking look at me.
Oh shit, you got the hardest question in the game, right?
Detective Luke at me. He's the only one who could have done it.
Yes, detective. You got me.
You mean Mask to Mask did it?
Your Honor, the person being tried at the court next to us is not Mask the Mask at all. He is in actuality the true murderer of Kane Bullard!
Hola, Mr. Wright! Explain yourself!
Theft and murder, which is the more serious crime?
They're not even close. Murder is a more serious crime, of course.
Yeah.
It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment. In fact, it is theft. Theft of life.
Oh. Nice little...
You can read that in my memoir, Talking Nonsense, The Life of a Judge.
Frank Judge.
Frank, yes, Frank Judge. Please remember the trial from yesterday.
Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke at me confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
I genuinely thought I was doing it again. Of course, the famous detective was unmasked as, well, as Master Mask.
Darn tootin'. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty?
Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Luke Abbey's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi!
A guilty verdict as an alibi? lullaby baby in the streets are...
You know, it's almost time.
For what?
To Luke Atmey's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it
Are
now.
we about to go to another courtroom? I'm gonna shit my pants.
Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Atmey's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude... What the hell is that? What is the... Oh my... Jesus. If we were to intrude...
Sorry, that was my arthritis.
And fail to provide adequate proof of this true crime, Mr. Light would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this?
The bet's only good. Your life's the ante. Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
Mr. Delight.
So, please, I'm begging you!
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix. What was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice, it sounds like... Mia! Your Honor, the defense requested immediate recess!
So that's your answer, huh?
Very well, I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atmey to the stand!
Yes, Your Honor.
A different courtroom.
District.
Holy shit, we're really going to a different courtroom? Oh, it's the exact same? Damn, I was excited.
Well, Sir Detective Atmey. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you have performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Atmey. You were the one who...
Yes!
Yes.
Okay.
This guy has a Canadian accent.
He does?
Yes.
He does?
Yes.
Why?
Because, trust me, he has a Canadian accent.
Damn. Put me on the spot.
Yeah. Because I forgot he shows up right now.
That's enough.
There you go. That's good enough.
This court... Hold on. I'm going to do a French-Canadian accent.
That's good enough, yeah.
Okay. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial.
Yeah, that's perfect.
This court finds the defendant Luke Atmey.
Hold it! Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please!
Well, Sir Lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom.
Who is this hoser, eh? My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. And I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Atmey.
Accusation? You accuse Master Mask?
That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What?
And we're going to accuse Atmey of murder?
On
the next episode.
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. This is Modern Fossil. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and make sure to hit that bell so you can be notified every time we release, which is every single damn day.
Goodbye.